He's angry about mortgages. It's Angry Mortgage. He's swearing. He's cursing loud. He's old. He's opinionated. And he's been doing this so damn long. This program is about mortgages, and this is mortgage advice, but the advice may not apply to your situation. Contact licensed mortgage professionals for specific recommendations before you make decisions about mortgages. You may not agree with Ron, but if you don't, he thinks you're wrong. Oh, and did we say there is a lot of swearing?
What's variable like today? Like, we'll go back to those same examples.
Yep.
If you were looking for buying a house with a small down payment, CMHC insured, what would that variable rate cost be?
Variable rate's right 3.99 in that situation, probably, give or take.
Okay.
And then outside of CMHC, maybe the 4.14s still.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. They've stayed relatively stable. I think people are waiting for the Bank of Canada announcement, and then they'll figure out what kind of discretion to give after that.
All right. So let's talk about that. So one of the things we observed in the last little bit is last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, is that inflation report came out. Good headline inflation, 1.7. Definitely gives the Bank of Canada some cover to do something. We also saw a whole range of really shitty jobs pieces come out. Okay?
And it will get worse.
Yeah. So we saw that they just seem to be shutting down more car production every week. Some new car.
Death by 1,000 cuts. They're saying, oh, we'll just do this. And then, oh, we'll just do this. And, oh, it's just this factory. Oh, that factory. Yeah.
And then they run out that Melanie Jolie minister out of Ottawa, and she says, yes, I've talked to Honda, I've talked to Stellantis, and all the jobs are secure. Okay, thank you, Melanie. They may be secure, but nobody's fucking working.
Yeah.
Okay, so that seems a little odd.
Still have a job, just no hours.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Just no hours.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Look, I am so hopeful for the automotive industry in Ontario. I have numerous friends, clients, people who work in it. It's been so important to central Canada. And for God's sakes, like, we used to actually, if you go back a long time, we built our own brands of cars here. I don't know if you won't remember.
Bit before my time, Ron.
Bit before your time, and bit before my time. But if I go back to the 1940s, there were brands of cars that were just built here. As a matter of fact, the whole reason that U.S. manufacturers, because before free trade, before there was a CUSMA or any of those big agreements, there was something called an Auto Pact.
Yep.
And the Auto Pact was a treaty between U.S. and Canada, which said, okay, we're going to be able to sell all the cars we want in Canada from Detroit, because there was no Honda or Toyota then, okay? Back in the 1960s. There was, but there wasn't any here.
Not in Canada, yeah.
So we're going to allow, you're going to allow us to sell all the cars that we make in Detroit, in Canada, with no tariffs, no just regular price. And we're going to build cars in Canada that we're going to bring to the States and sell them in the U.S. Okay, so this whole kind of reciprocity about automobile manufacturing, and the reason dates back to like that 1940s stuff where there actually was Canadian car manufacturers, okay? So the deal is this, like, we're going to buy your car manufacturers. They're going to become part of an integrated system. Like General Motors actually absorbed about 17 different companies as it grew from nothing, okay? So yeah, that was the reason for the reciprocity forever.
Yeah.
So it's very meaningful, very sad, very, it's really heartbreaking to think about all this automotive job loss that is happening and that could happen, and some of it could turn out to be permanent. So it is heartbreaking.
Well, we're sort of hearing news too, but I think it was the U.S. ambassador recently said he's hopeful for a deal by July or something like that. So a lot of the meetings in the next month might be really important to sort of seeing some direction, but who knows? Who knows with what's going on?
Yeah, who knows? Trump decided to he's given the European Union till midnight on June 1st to do everything he wants, or he's going to put 50% tariffs on the European Union.
All of Europe, yeah.
All of Europe.
See how that goes.
50% tariffs, screw you.
Yeah. And your students aren't allowed to come to our universities either.
And can you imagine? imagine the president of the United States stopping and saying, hey, Apple, hey, Tim Apple. That's what we called him once, Tim Apple. Tim Cook. Like, if you raise one price, 1 cent, you're in trouble. And I expect within 1 year, you build every Apple phone in America.
Sure.
Like there's lots going on in that man's mind every single day. So I don't know. I'm not going to. I've decided to stop predicting when there's going to be a tariff deal. Okay. I mean, I've decided
you can't. Yeah.
It is the most volatile, nonsensical, hard to understand. And we always have some like Maple MAGAs come on the comments and say, you're so wrong. You have Trump derangement syndrome. That's what's wrong with you people. You know, you don't understand how brilliant he is. Okay. I'm just going to say one thing to that. All you Maple MAGAs, you should please fuck yourselves. Okay?
I love those guys. They're the ones calling me the bald communist. Get that bald commie off.
you have red tendencies. But anyway, the point is that, look, there's no rational person, there's no thinking person could ever say that, nothing's Trump has done has hurt Canada. Of course it has.
Yeah.
There are layoffs going on right now as we speak that everybody likes to say, no, Ron, Trudeau did that, not Trump. Okay, Trudeau did a lot of bad shit, but Trump has done some things that absolutely are impactful in a negative way on the economy of Canada.
Well, and our counter tariffs are increasing the inflation rate too, right? So
half of them came off, but it doesn't matter.
If you like the pod, well, don't just sit there. Go to YouTube, Apple, Spotify, and all the other ones and like the pod. And don't forget to subscribe so we can keep being angry at mortgages and swearing about mortgages. Angry Mortgage could use your support.